for sustainable, resilient, and smart communities in the new normal. Although our mayor just informed us that he does not like the word new normal, but we know that it is. For indeed, we are in these times of precariousness, mostly due to three global phenomena which we planners are faced with in our individual capacities, in our respective local governments. First of these three global phenomena, I must tell you, and you know all about this, is of course climate change, the new normal, which we all admit have dire effects on our cities and municipalities. Greenhouse gases and carbon dioxide emissions causing melting ice glaciers, causing sea level rise, causing pressures, extreme pressures on our seabeds, causing earthquakes and flooding. You see, these are all interconnected. And at the recently concluded COP or COP27 in Egypt, it was once again emphasized that 2 degrees Celsius in global temperatures is the point of no return. We are now at about 1.5 or 1.4 degrees Celsius, and that is very close to the point of no return. The second phenomenon is what we call urbanization, which is real. They say that 55% of the world's population are now moving in cities. In the Philippines, the figure is now more than 65%. 65% of our population are now living in cities, especially in highly urbanized cities like Cebu. The pressures of urbanization is upon us, especially felt by regional centers like Cebu, Davao, and even Metro Manila. In the local government units, it is the local government units and the planners like us who are at the forefront of this battle against climate change and urbanization. Yet there is a third global phenomenon, which is called the demographic window. That is when majority of the population is working age, from age 16 to 65 years old. And it is said that when a country reaches its demographic window, usually the economy improves. And it is no wonder that in other countries in ASEAN, they have been progressing much faster and more than the Philippines. Or you can talk about Malaysia, Thailand, Indonesia, and all the other ASEAN countries, except probably Vietnam, which is very recent, and Cambodia. Well, the Philippines has reached its demographic window in 2015 yet. So it has been 7 years when we have had this demographic window. Unfortunately, we have not reaped our demographic dividends in spite of the economy which is growing. Our problem is really a largely untrained youth. We may have a very young population, but we need to train them. We need them to go into research and innovation and creativity, because we have to read our demographic window. They say that 2.1% growth is said to be the replacement rate, meaning below 2.1% population growth, that demographics begin to decline and into an aging population, just like in countries in Europe. Even Japan and China now are suffering from their aging populations. We are now about 1.5% or a little below the replacement rate. So that is one thing that planners like us have to address. Then there are more recent pandemics like the recent phenomenon like the pandemics, COVID-19, monkeypox, Ebola before, and bird flu, and so on. With these global phenomena, who do you think are at the forefront of all this? It is us, the local development planners and the local government units, who find ourselves with a deluge of problems seemingly insurmountable. But indeed, these are times of precariousness. But if we work together, gain knowledge and expertise from our colleagues, just like what we are doing now, encourage more readings, research, and innovation, we may be able to tackle these issues. If you remember the four-step cycle of disaster management, which is preparation, response, recovery, then mitigation, and finally back to preparation. This is a cycle of the emergency management procedures. Yet we see in our local governments and in our cities and towns, mostly response. That's why we've been telling our departments to improve on our planning, because it's not only, we should not only go through a response and recovery mode, but we cannot blame ourselves for that, especially as I have mentioned the three global phenomena. So we have to go into planning, mitigation, and planning, okay, to be able to overcome these issues. In our city of Cebu, Mayor Rama is now the president of the City Mayors League of the Philippines. And he takes it upon himself to reach out to other local government units, especially our adjacent local government units in Metro Cebu. And just recently, in fact, last week, Mayor Mike and Mayor Jonas Cortez of the city of Mandaue signed a memorandum of understanding to cooperate in addressing our common problem of flooding. So we have that being addressed now, especially since Secretary Simato is now the commander of our program in Gubat sa Baha. So we are addressing the flooding problem together with the city of Mandaue, because flooding in Mandaue is being caused by the rains from the upper parts of the river of the Butuanan and flows into Mandaue. So we have to address it commonly or together. Okay. So Mayor Mike has reached out to the local government units. We have common issues and concerns which must be addressed in an integrated manner. You might have similar situations in your respective local government units, and given this global phenomena affecting our towns and cities, we must act in unison through cooperation and collaboration. This convention gives us that opportunity to establish linkages and networks so we can empower ourselves and plan our local government units with such foresight. So may we have a fruitful and successful convention. Once again, on behalf of Mayor Mike and the City of Cebu, let me welcome all of you, and we hope you enjoy your stay. Thank you and good morning.
Thank you very much. Cebu City